Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there, guys. I was just busy transporting both of my England's Strongest Man trophies to my trophy cabinet. Don't mind me. Alright guys, how we doing? So this past weekend was England's Strongest Man under 105 kilos, where I was looking to defend my title, which fortunately I successfully managed to do that just. I ended up winning by 1 point over Josh Walton. So in this video today, we're going to go over the events, we're going to see what went well, what didn't go so well. Let's do this thing. Alright, so event one is going to be the deadlift for reps. The weight was 270 kilograms and the deadlift suits were allowed. So we were a little bit skeptical because it was going to be a bit of a rep fest. 270 is a little bit too light to be doing for reps. We were hoping for about, somewhere in the 300 kilo range. But it went well. I ended up taking second place on this event with 13 reps. I will say as well that after this event, I was absolutely cooked. When I was in the back, I thought it was actually going to be the end of my day. I ended up having to borrow one of the lads' oxygen tanks. So shout out Ollie Clark, thank you very much, mate. You properly saved me there. I also forgot to bring my inhaler, which was completely ridiculously stupid of me. So I had to borrow somebody else's inhaler. So again, shout out Liam for that. Thank you, mate. You guys really helped me out there. So I do appreciate it a lot. And that's the good thing about the strongman community is we always help each other out. Everyone wants to see each other do well. You can see myself here checking the referee for the time to see how long's left to see if I could scrape another rep or two. So I strapped back in, but sadly that 14th rep just wasn't there. So going into event two, I was 1 point down to Josh. This is the overhead medley. We've got a 115 log and we've got a 120 axle, and we're going to go back and forth for as many reps as possible. You'll notice that I chose to use a Viper on the log. That's just to kind of increase the speed so I could try and squeeze out some more reps. And you'll notice that I also do a reactive axle clean and press. And I'm going to do those for as many reps as I can. So here we go, rep number 3 on the log, a nice clean Viper. And then we're going to go into the axle, see if we can do a nice little bouncy bounce up to the chest and then bounce overhead. And I managed to get 7 reps on this, which was good enough to match Josh. We both hit 7. I possibly could have hit an 8th if I'd known how long was left on the clock. This was a 75-second event, so it was lasting quite a while. If I'd known that we had very little time left, I possibly could have been able to bounce the last axle rep up for an 8th rep and an event win, but it wasn't meant to be. I was happy to get 7 because I was unsure how this would go after how it went in training. It's quite funny, on this event, me and Josh completely matched each other, motion for motion. We both even cleaned the last axle, but we didn't have time for the press. So that was a really good battle between the two of us. The next event was the sandbag medley, so we've got 2 sandbags to shoulder here. First one is going to be a 120 bag. I think I was the only person using a horizontal pickup, and the way the mat's set out, that kind of caught me out a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. 120, then into 140, get the down command, and then we've got a 140 Husafell bag there at the end. Josh had a little bit of a lead here, and I knew I probably wasn't going to catch him, so I didn't want to try and push it to try and catch him, just in case the Husafell took me over and I ended up dropping some points. But I did drop 1 more point here, so going into event 4, I was 2 points down. Now, event 4 was meant to be my absolute winner. I can do this run in 10 seconds, but let's see what happened. So here we go. First bag, should be easy. Straight up in the air, I missed. I missed the second bag because I didn't realise I'd missed the first. I go back. I get that bag over. Didn't realise I'd missed both of them. I then also missed the third. So then I had to go back and throw the second and the third bags. This was just a disaster. At this point, I kind of clocked off. I thought, it's over. You've completely ruined your day here. I only tried to go fast because I thought Josh was going to be rapid, but you'll notice that I only got the final bag just outside of his time. But head in my hands, I was totally gutted about this. But last event was the stones. I properly psyched myself up for this. I haven't done a stone run for 3 years in competition. I was so hyped for this. I was ready to go. I knew that all I had to do was absolutely send it and hope that there was some people between me and Josh so that I could claw back some points. But I was 3 points down on this. Let's see how it went.
Let's go, Tom! Nice on time.
Orange just stepping into the straight lead. Orange is scoring 3.
Tom.
Silver scoring 3. Orange Lords 4. Lords 4. Orange versus the Rod.
So at this point here, I knew I'd won the event on the stones, but I didn't know whether it would be enough time between me and Josh for me to win the actual comp.
Champion in the 105s. Let's rewatch it. Let's do this. We're reliving this special moment here. The speed Tom has come out. He knew what he needed to do. Look at that power and execution from Tom Owens on this stone run. Absolutely incredible to watch as Josh goes into that fourth stone. He has a little bit of a slip with the tacky, but he managed to get it back under control and load it. But Tom Owens is the one that takes it between the two, the battle of the two at the very end of the day. 1 point separating the final scores, and it was decided by the stones. England's strongest man, Tom Owens, defending his title. What a moment after the disaster of the sandbag toss to come back and win by a point over Josh Walton. Marcus Collins is going to round out the top 3. What a 105 competition this has been, Nicola.
And that's that, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you all in the next video. The next competition we have coming up is the exact same style of competition, the same events, but I'm going to be doing the open weight class. So I'm going to be jumping in with the big boys. Some of these guys are absolute monsters, so that's going to be incredible. I'm going to put on a little bit of weight, but not too much. Probably jump up to about 112, maybe 114 at the most. But I'm going to show these big lads how the 105s do it. So stay tuned for that.